What up? What up?
What's going on? Good to see you. Liking the fro.
Yeah, that's what everybody says, man. Got Zach in the house, getting ready to lay some drums on my "I Miss You."
Something like that. Okay, good.
Behind you and.
You got a preference on these cymbals or?
Not necessarily. I mean, it's mainly. I mean, since you're going to the end, you're just gonna be doing. You want to use your own cymbals? You can, if you want to.
I might do a little mix and match. If that's cool.
That's fine.
Okay.
Do what you want to do.
I'll take you more time.
You already know to watch your head.
Oh yeah.
How you been doing, man? I've been watching you just.
Man, I'm trying to
get it.
That's pretty much, yeah.
A lot of what you're doing is it's abstract, kind of. You know, you like doing that, though, huh?
Man, I mean, I like opening up, and
doing that,
and finding new sounds and stuff like that. So even with that stuff, I've been doing a lot of producing too. So. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Yep. Okay. I mean, I have to hear that one more time, that other part, but we can do it. Okay, cool. Good. Hey, can I do that again? Can I do that again? Can I do that again? I'm sorry. Yes, sir. You want another take of that, or how you feel on that one? Okay, cool.
But he don't know that. Well, he would want to see this.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I kind of brought it, you know, like I said, bring it to that.
Yes, sir.
Catching us in the moment.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I'm gonna make sure it's locked right with the, you know.
not
And the
questioning
thing
none
is,
of
you
that.
don't, yeah, you don't have no choice really when you're dealing with. Otherwise, it sounds a little, it sounds a little flammed or whatever.
Yeah.
Or the other way to go on though, what you could do is you could take the other drums, you could create a tempo map from your drums, live drums and stuff. I mean, you can do this in reverse, and you can have the other sequence drums lock into that. You can quantize them to. In other words, you create a groove quantize. So it's filling your groove, whether you're speeding up and slowing down. And then it writes it as a template for that whole song. And so now you take the other sequence or guitars or anything, bass, anything you got, and you lock it into that sequence, into the way that your timekeeping thing right there. And
what's that called?
It's called a groove quantize.
Groove quantize. Okay.
Yeah. And I've done, I do that sometimes to keep the live feel or whatever.
Got you.
So it's different approaches depending on what you're looking for the particular production you're doing.
Okay.
Let's see here. I'll leave some. Oh, these are kind of a little bit. And when you do these in between, sometimes it'll kind of make sure the feels are kind of locked. Don't just speed up and then kind of jump back.
Okay.
Sometimes I left the in between ones alone, and see, like that would have been back, and then you would have and then kind of slow back down right there.
Okay.
Because I left these out. See, so it's kind of, and some of it's all right and stuff. It all depends on how picky you get.
Yeah, right. I've noticed that. Man, is there a production book or any type? I just need to know like the vocab names, pretty much, of what does what.
As far as what?
Mixing.
I mean, I got some different. I mean, there's all kind of things you can download and stuff. I got a couple of mixing things. But if you're trying to mix in Ableton, Ableton's different mixing because I mean you kind of. You're a little bit limited because the way it's set up and stuff, and you're kind of stuck with affecting each thing and stuff. So you're not looking at it from a mixing point as far as a console goes and stuff. So so you have to take a different approach on how you're thinking about it. It's like, okay, I'm approaching this more from a mixing each sound so that it's so on. So rather than looking at a linear thing where you got all this laid out here. Let me bring this up here, there, and stuff like. Let me put this on that as a global thing,
Okay.
So that's the reason some people, and what I would do, and a lot of times I've done it to get the sound of Ableton because it has a nice. I would track in Ableton, get all my, use that as a sequence, same way like I do in Cubase or whatever, and then I would go to one of these other programs
and mix it there.
And mix it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, all you do in Ableton, all you gotta do is take it and it exports all the. In other words, if you got a sound and you like the way it sounds, the mix and everything, the way you got it, then you export it out, the stems and stuff, and it takes out all the stems and it gives you all the effects separate and all that. And then all you have to do is import it into Pro Tools, into Mixbus. The cleanest sounding one actually is Digital Performer. As far as the one that has the most punch and transparency.
Is it pretty?
It's a little different. It's a different animal. Digital Performer was like the first Mac software back, So it's kind of like Cubase was one of the first PC ones. Then when they first, and so they've kind of been there since the beginning. And they have a different way. They're thinking more like analog tape. Because that's the way they dealt with back in their day and stuff. Mixbus is just a straight mixing program.
Okay.
All right, so I got all these Mixbus.
Okay.
All right, so we got all our little things here. So let's see what it sounds like now.
I'm excited.
I'll say.
to the right. That one right there.
Yeah, is it? So something. So I may have to slip it. Where is it at?
That one right there. I don't want to touch the screen. Yep. That
Oh,
one.
this
Yep.
one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
so it's just that. So I need to go to 16.
Might not even. You just got to slide that over to the right a little bit. It sounds like.
Yeah. See right here though. If I go to grid here,
Mm-hmm.
that should do it. Right?
Yeah. That's Man, that sounds way better.
Okay. What is this here? Is that it?
Yeah, that sounds way better.
See how loud it is a little bit. Let me make sure they.
I like that one.
Yeah. So now that it's locked in, now you just go ahead and you tell this thing to. Actually, the way I like doing, I mean, right here, you disable it and it say I'm gonna save it. You know, in other words, it's gonna go ahead and save everything you just did and stuff and lock it into it. But there's a more, DeVee and I don't know if you ever met DeVee. You probably heard about him and stuff.
If I see his face, I probably would.
David Foreman Jr. But he was telling me about this X form render. It renders only and stuff. So in other words, you have to do what we did as far as getting your stuff. But a lot of times in guitars and stuff like that, or even in cymbals, sometimes you get this aliens in the way it sounds, or it's some kind of artifacts that make it sound funny. It may make kind of give a weird thing on the guitar. It may make it sound weird too.
Mm-hmm.
The X form render will do it, but it takes forever.
Is that what it's doing right now?
Now I'm getting ready to do it. In other words, I'm gonna switch it over here to X form, and I think let me make sure.
And this is after you do this process?
Yeah, after we did. Now we couldn't hear anything I was doing. In other words, so now I have to go in now X form, and because I got it in the X form, I'm gonna go ahead and hit disable. Now I'm gonna hit commit, and now you gotta wait and stuff, and it may take. It all depends and stuff. It seems like it. X form.
X form.
X form. Just in Pro Tools.
Okay. Yeah, I got my notes. I got Digital Performer, Mix Bus, X form render. I'm doing my homework when I get home.
Yeah. You should learn. You should learn Digital Performer just because you don't have Pro Tools, but to get the sound that you really presence or whatever on your mix and stuff, you could learn that and get other plugins. But I would you can get it in when people are doing stuff in Ableton. They're doing mixes, everything in it.
Yeah.
So it's not like guys are doing it.
Right.
It's just getting into the detail of things. That's it's more of a creation tool rather than in other words for creating something and being and getting things away. But when you get into real editing, mixing, and doing all the things you like inside of when I was just Digital Performer, you can go in, you can tune up. I mean, you can just grab notes and tune them and fix them or whatever. It's built into it, but it sounds naturally doing it. It doesn't sound. Some of the programs you get in, like you do it inside of Logic, and you're like, man, what happened? It kind of has a weird, you know, it gets weird sometimes, moving the notes and stuff like that. Without using Melody, Melody used to, it's better now and stuff, used to have a little, kind of give it a digital sound. You know, things I'm trying to do are always, you know, and thinking as an engineer producer, is always trying to keep things natural, as natural as I can. You know, you know. And
you said it's Melodine?
Melodine, yeah. Melodine.
Okay.
But you got, you know, bring one of your songs one time and we'll walk through it.
I will.
You know, just
I can email. We can listen to one real quick before I leave. Whatever you want to do.
You got it on there? You can plug it in here.
Okay, yeah.
All right, let's see. Go ahead, sit there.
Oh, I can't sit on the throne.
You liked the I Mix You though? You did like it?
Say what?
I Mix You did like it?
Oh, that's tight. That's tight.
So it sounds like something you hear on the radio, though?
Yeah, sure. Actually, there's been a couple tracks I've heard that sound like they're going back into that time, but I wouldn't say with a more modern sound. I guess a different sound sonically as well, with the mixing, different colors and textures. I guess stuff they didn't have back in the 90s or whatever. Now with the extra technology, it's like they're revamping that music again. That's what it sounds like. I like it. Oh yeah.
Anyway, what's the day?
Wednesday, the 20. No, not even the 20. The 18th.
18th.
Yep.
Got Zach here. It's been great.
Always great. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man.
All right.